Good evening, race fans, and welcome out to the Myrtle Beach Speedway for tonight's Mainely, Ductless, and Heating and Air Conditioning Maine Sim Racing League. And tonight's racing is brought to us by Mainely, Ductless, Heating and Air. We got to thank them for stepping up and being the presenting sponsor of the Maine Sim Racing Super Late Model Series, entering the second half of the season. And tonight's races are being brought to us by Phil's Towing. Phil's Towing is in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Probably not Massachusetts, in Maine, servicing the greater area. All you need to know is that if you are in trouble, Phil's Towing is where you need to go for all that. It's great to have them here with us on the racing activity here tonight. Locally owned and operated towing company, 24-hour roadside assistance. Hopefully nobody out there tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway will need any assistance by the wreckers being provided tonight by Phil's Towing. Once again, my name is Al Smith. I am the boss man here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we are at what is a beautiful night of racing. Let's take a look at the race information for tonight's racing action. For tonight's Phil's Towing 150. We're at the Myrtle Beach Speedway in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Half-mile racetrack. Air temperature 71 degrees, or track temperature 71 degrees. 66 degrees Fahrenheit out there. Partly cloudy skies, 24% humidity. It's going to be a great night for racing, and we hope you are ready, all tuned in and ready to go for some racing. Now, this is a very interesting note. We are going to be back-to-back racing here with the Mainly Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series over the next 4 weeks. We start here tonight, and then they will be back in action back-to-back weeks, all leading into the important 250 up at the Oxford, which will be on a Saturday, March 6th. Very looking forward to that one. We'll have some guest commentaries in the booth with us for that. But let's take a look at the point standings before we get into our qualifying events here tonight. And the current point standings is Matthew Burgoyne has a slim 7-point lead over the 0-4 Tyler Jalbert. Garrett Lamb moves up to your number 3 spot. Devin Landry and Corey Bubar rounding out your top 5. Max Cookson comes in, the hottest driver in the series right now, picking up the last 3 weeks' races. And he is looking to capitalize, moving up the points. Not quite out of it. Still a long ways to go. Like I said, looking at the upcoming schedule, we are here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Then we run next Wednesday night for the Bruce Coulter Carpentry 125. Which is at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Then we head down to up to Stafford on February 10th. So the next 3 weeks in a row, these drivers are going to get into a groove. And because a good side note for you guys out there paying attention and writing down some notes is that we are going to have, this is our last open setup race of the season. After this, everybody else will be on the same setups, but I can tell you right now that the cars are gridding up here on pit road, and this is what heat race number 1 will look like here for the Phil's Towing 150 heat races. We'll have 3 of them here tonight. Starting on the pole in the 944, that is Nicholas Wilson. Trevor Graffman in car number 84, he'll start to the outside. Dominic Curett in car number 5 is slated to start in the 3rd spot. 4th spot will be the 09 of Shane Lake. John Miller in car number 6, Devin Landry in car 012. Chris Ryan and Dan DeSanto will line up shotgun on the field, 4 rows deep, and it looks like Dominic Curett not able to answer the call here for heat race number 1 as the cars roll out onto the backstretch. And what is going to be a beautiful night of racing. We hope you strapped in, made yourself a bag of popcorn. Try not to spill it with the side-by-side action here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Cars getting their tires up to temperature right now as they work around the Speedway behind the Ford Mustang pace car. Pace car down and away. Field working 2 turns, 3 and 4. Barney the flagman ready to get into action here in a packed Myrtle Beach Speedway for the Mainely Ductless heating and air conditioning super late models, and they are green. Down here in the turn number 1, Wilson going to jump out to the early race lead. 12 laps the distance in heat race number 1, and the 6 of Miller on the inside. He'll work underneath Graffam. Graffam will slide back to your number 2 spot. Now they work in the turn, or off turn number 4. Wilson will lead lap number 1. On the backstretch they will go. It'll be the 6 of Wilson, really showing some speed. Up 3 spots from the starting position. Two laps in, just like that, 10 laps to go in heat race number 1. Miller with a nice run from the inside to the outside. Couldn't make it stick underneath Wilson. Miller rides in your number 2 spot. Then it is the number 84 of Graffam. Landry up to your number 4 spot now, and that's number 12. Let's go on board with the Phillips Towing onboard cameras. We ride on board with the number 12 of Landry. The battle for the race lead. Little right front damage to the number 84 of Graffam. Everybody's still holding on to it. Miller looking for a peek down low. Going to do it. Here comes the number 12 of Landry. Landry will go to the inside line as they race in front of the number 88 of Ryan. Pass for third. Landry up 1 spot, closer to the front of this one, all a half second behind our race leader of the 944 of Wilson. Nicholas Wilson up on the front of this one. 5 cars underneath the blanket. Then it's the 09 of Shane Lake out there. Dan DeSanto and car number 68 working there, but all eyes are up at the front of this one. Off a turn number 4 they come. It'll be 5 laps to go in heat race number 1. Miller runs second. He closes right back to the back bumper once again. On board with our race leader, Nicholas Wilson. Now Miller's going to take a peek to the inside. Can he make it stick? Can't do it that time. Miller going to go to the high side. That opens the inside line for the number 6 of Miller, or the 12 of Landry. Landry's going to take over your number 2 spot. Now Landry will swing to the outside, trying to build the momentum up on the outside of the Speedway. New race leader, the 12 of Landry. 3 laps to go in heat race number 1. Some contact that time between Wilson and Landry. They kind of lean on each other off turn number 2. Couldn't do anything with them, as now here comes the 6 of Miller, and the 84 Graffam is right back into this one. Popsicle sticks are up, 2 laps to go for the number 12 of Landry, trying to pick up the heat race win here on Phil's Towing Night for the Mainly Ductless Heating and Air main sim. Oh, contact! 1 car around hard, the 944. Hard in the outside wall. White flag is out. Final trip around the racetrack for the number 12 of Landry. The driver out of Augusta, Maine, working off turn number 4. He's going to pick up the heat race win. Ryan will come home in your number 2 spot. Graffam third. 4th will go to the number 6 of Miller. And rounding out your top 5 will be Wilson, DeSanto, and Curett with a DNS. Heat race number 1 into the books here tonight as heat race number 2 starts to line them up, and this is what it'll look like. Heat race number 2 is going to see Mario Iracolani in car number 41 up on the front row. To his outside, it'll be the number 48 of Brian Treadwell. Brian Treadwell in car number 48. Garrett Lamb in the number 30 out of Windham, Maine. He'll start on the inside of row number 2. His dancing partner, the 42, that is Aaron Wrench. Corey Bubar in car number 112, the top 5 in points and coming into tonight's action. He'll start in the 5th spot. Chris Fortier in the Redneck Crip Esports team. Car number 23 will start 6th. Chris York will be our last driver in the 86 shotgun on the field as Sean Kimball is the man in mission control up in the tower. That is what our 7-car heat race number 2 will look like when they pull off of the pit road. We saw an exciting heat race number 1. What will heat race number 2 have in store for us on Phil's Towing Night? We want to thank everybody for tuning in out there. Thank you to see Dr. Noise out there. Hopefully you are having a great day. If you are not subscribed to the Turn 3 Racing Network, please hit that subscribe button. Get notifications when the Mainely Ductless Heat Air Conditioning Maine Super Late Model Series gets underway on Wednesday nights. We have plenty of action throughout the rest of the week, Monday through Sunday. We are your one-stop shop from short track racing to dirt track racing to the road courses to the high banks of Daytona. We got it all here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And make sure you smash that thumb here on the YouTube channel and on Facebook. Let these drivers know that you appreciate the efforts that they are putting on for you here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway for Phil's Towing 150. Iracolani and Wrench up on the front row of this one. Garrett Lamb is going to start there in your number 3 spot. He's got Chris Fortier to the outside. The pace car down and away. The field rolls off turn number 4. Green flag up in the hands of Barney the flagman. Green flag is out. We're back in the heat race number 2. Wrench going to go hard in the outside wall. He drove it in deep. Aaron Wrench goes from the outside pole to the last. That allows the number 38 of Lamb to move into second. Is Iracolani. He'll get loose off the corner. He'll save it. Garrett Lamb going to take over your race lead. The number 12 of Corey Bubar. He moves in your number 2 spot. Chris Fortier runs 3rd. 4th spot is Brian Treadwell. Then it's the 86 of Chris York. Iracolani has settled it in here to the 6th spot, but not what he wanted here on the opening lap. And Aaron Wrench, or the Exalta number 42. They'll have some body work to do after heat race number 2. But that Garrett Lamb is out front of this one as they work off a turn 4. Let's take a look at the driver cam of your current race leader. Nice and easy, not sawing on the wheel. The car looks like to be set up pretty good. If you look back at the rest of the field, he's got the number 12 of Corey Bubar working on him. Heat race number 2 getting spread out here. It'll be Corey Bubar is in second. Chris Fortier settling into the 3rd with his Bruce Coulter Carpentry number 23. Chris Fortier out of Herman, Maine. The B&S Scrap Recycling, Ryan Cormier. There's Auto Racing Engines underneath the hood of that number 23. He'll ride in your 3rd spot. Brian Treadwell runs 4th. As they get the cross flag. 6 laps are in. 6 laps to go in heat race number 2. Mario Iracolani starting to crawl back into this one. He's got Brian Treadwell in his crosshairs if he can get up to him. Chris York rides in 6th. And Aaron Wrench out there in 7th. He started on the outside, got into turn number 1, and the car just broke loose on the opening lap. Nothing he could do. Tough break for that driver. But Garrett Lamb out on the front of this one. Has almost a 2nd lap lead here over Corey Bubar. Top 3 kind of spaced out as we go high above the Myrtle Beach Speedway. See the race cars working around the track. Garrett Lamb working down the back stretch here. This time by, it'll be 2 laps to go for Garrett Lamb. Corey Bubar runs still in your second spot, but that battle starting to heat up. 4/10 separating them is Chris Fortier and car number 43, but off of turn number 4. It'll be the number 38 getting the white flag. Final trip around the Myrtle Beach Speedway in heat race number 2. Lamb out there, take the race lead after your front row had issues on the opening laps. Bubar runs there as well. Checkered flag is up, and it'll be the 38 Lamb picking up the win. Second will go to Bubar. 40-year will finish third. Treadwell, Irocolini, York, and Wrench rounding out your racing field here. So a great heat race number 2 in the books. Now heat race number 3, and this man had a 7-point lead over the 0-4 coming into tonight. Tyler Jalbert. But on the pole for heat race number 3, Matthew Burgoyne in car number 3. Current points leader of the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Conditioning Maine Sim Racing Series, Ashton Burgess will start to his outside in car number 43. Car number 88 of Kevin Hartley. Hartley will start third outside of him, the number 37 of Nathan Barth. Jacob Heathcote in car number 32 will start fifth outside of him, the number 17. That is Jason Ricker. Cody Childs in car number 94 out of Auburn, Maine. He'll start in your 7th spot, and shotgun on the field will be the number 31 of Scott Tapley. And Tapley will start shotgun on the field. The field rolling out here under here is that's a good look at our current points leader coming into the night's action. Matthew Burgoyne, and he's got a great starting spot here. Green flag getting ready to come out here is the field. We'll pace here in the turn number 3. Our third heat race of the evening getting ready to take the green flag off of turn number 4. Burgoyne and Burgess up on the front of this one. Nathan Barth got the EOL penalty from last week's incidents. They'll have a long way to go. Down here in the turn number 1 they go. Burgoyne jumps out to the race lead. Burgess back to second. Number 9, that is Jason Rickers. We have contact back here in the field. Scott Tapley and the 37 and Nathan Barth coming together. Barth in the Visit Myrtle Beach sponsored automobile. Matt, we're going up on the front of this one. 10 laps to go. Jason Ricker in that number 9 starting to put the pressure. You'll see it on the timing and scoring. That he is number 17, but in sim, number 17, so don't get that confused. Ricker is the 9 car. He is trying to find a way around the 34 of Ashton Burgess. Taking a peek down low, couldn't make anything happen. That time through turns 3 and 4. field starting to spread themselves up. Cody Childs is back here in your 5th and final transfer spot. Top 5 advancing automatically to the main event. We will have 2 last chance showdowns coming your way. Kevin Hartley in car number 80. Runs there 6. Scott Tapley working underneath him in that number 31. Tapley is going to be the Tough Luck Award recipient so far this season. Has had some decent speed but unable to finish out the events. He rides 1 spot outside of a top 5 transfer position. Hartley and Barth both run there in 7th and 8th respectively, but Matthew Burgoyne out front 2.3 seconds out in front of this one. Jason Ricker's got in underneath the 43 of Burgess. They still battle door to door. We're going to see a lot of side-by-side racing here tonight, I do believe, especially as the sun continues to set. Let's go on board with Jason Ricker. You see how the sun is getting in your eyes down there into turn number 3. That'll get easier for your entrance down into turn number 1 as the night goes on. But it is blinding. It can definitely mess up on your letting off points. 2 laps to go as Burgoyne all the way down here in the turn number 3. He'll come off the corner. See the white silk flying. It'll be the final half mile for Burgoyne. He'll lock himself into the night's main event. All he's got to do is keep it pointed in the right direction. 3 seconds in front of Ricker. Burgess, Heathcote, and Childs battle for your transfer spot. Starting to heat up is now Burgoyne will make it through turn number 4. Checker flag is up. He'll win it. Let's go back here to the transfer position. Cody Childs side by side with Tapley. Tapley trying to race his way in. At the line, it's going to be Scott Tapley at a dead heat. He'll be the 5th and final transfer car here in heat race number 3. How about that exciting finish? Make your way into the night's main event. Now we have our last chance showdown. Number 1 coming at you. Field starting the grid here in pit road. And this is what the last chance qualifier will look like. Starting on the pole, the number 944. We saw him have some tough luck in heat race number 1. He will start there on the pole. The car number 94, that's Nicholas Wilson. Outside of him, the number 86 of Turner, Maine's Chris York. Scott Tapley did not get that spot, so that our scoring was wrong. It was close. So Scott Tapley's going to have to come in here, finish inside the top 3 to transfer out of this one. Dan DeSanto in car number 68 will start 4th. 5th will go to the 42 of Aaron Wrench. Nathan Barth, Dominic Curett, and Kevin Hartley are 8 cars here in last chance qualifier number 1. Sean Kimball, as I said before, is the man in mission control up in the scoring tower as we get ready to go. Pace car pulling off of pit road. The field will settle out behind them. That was a great battle there, the 94 and heat race number 3 there. The field works around the Speedway. 68, DeSanto going high. Looks like he'll be going tail in this last chance qualifier. I want to thank everybody out there tuning in to the Ductless Mainly Ductless Heat and Air Super Late Model Series here for the Maine Sim Racing Series. We really appreciate everybody watching, all their sponsors on board this season. Tonight's race obviously is Phil's Towing night here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. The last night for open setups for the Maine Sim Racing Series. Green flag coming out. We got 14 laps to get into the show. Top 3. will transfer. Green flag is out, and Wilson on the loud pedal first. Tapley will move into your number 2 spot. York runs the outside of the Speedway. The 42 of Wrench, he'll work to the inside. He'll take that 3rd spot from York for the time being. Nathan Barth in the Visit Myrtle Beach sponsored number 37 works behind them. That is the battle for 4th. Number 80 of Hartley DeSanto rounding out your field as they work down the backstretch. On car to racetrack, that is DeSanto and car number 68. We top 3 will automatically lock themselves in. Everybody else will have to wait to find out if they get the points provisional here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Tapley Tartan to look in the inside for your race lead as they work in the turn number 1. Down the backstretch they will come. It is a good battle for your 3rd and final transfer spot. Nathan Barth down to the inside. He'll work underneath the 42 of Wrench as we got a bid for your race lead. Scott Tapley down to the inside of Wilson. They'll be wheel to wheel in the turn number 1. Down the backstretch they will come. They got 4 cars underneath the blanket. Tapley will put the nose out in front. Wilson runs to the outside. Wrench is 3rd. 4th is Barth. Barth is the 1 car on the outside looking in. Wrench now underneath Wilson. Oh, contact with a 944 of Wilson. Wilson will save it. That'll move Wrench into your number 2 spot. Now Nathan Barth will go underneath him. Here comes the number 5 of Currett. Currett missed the call for heat race number 1. He's had to call him from the tail of this one. He is 1 spot out of a transfer. Scott Tapley out on the front of this one, half a second over this battle here for your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th positions. 8 laps to go this time by. Wilson regathering the number 944, trying to make a run back at him. He is about 1 second off our 4th place man. 6th spot is Chris York. He's doing battle with the number 80 of Hartley. And DeSanto runs in your 8th and final spot on the racetrack. Up front, things starting to tighten up is now Wrench. We saw him on the outside of the front row in his heat race. Got loose in the turn number 1. Looks like the crew did a good job beating out the fenders on this one and making some adjustments. He is closing in on the backside of that number 31 of Tapley. Remember, top 3 make it automatically to the main event. Everybody else will have to sit tight and see if they make it into tonight's main event virtue of the provisional. Nathan Barth still holds on to your 3rd and final spot. He would like to a little bit more of an assurance as he's got Currett breathing down his neck as they work down the backstretch. Aaron Wrench right there as well. He's kind of just riding behind Tapley, trying to figure out what they are going to be able to adjust during their hot lap session, assuming that they finish inside the top 3. Wrench really closes in that time through turns 3 and 4. It looks like he gets the car to rotate a little bit better than our race leader at the moment. See the difference in the line. Let's go up above with the Phil's towing blimp cam. To the back bumper, can't quite do anything with him. Able to get the power down a little bit, but the 31 pulls off the, got a nice drive off, Tapley does. This time by, the white flag will fly. It'll be the final trip in the last chance qualifier. Wrench gets loose. He will hold on to it. Wrench up the racetrack. Here comes Nathan Barth. He'll go to the inside off of turn number 2. Can't do anything with him, but Scott Tapley trying to make it into tonight's main event. Off of turn number 4. He will do so. Currett trying the outside. He'll be just short. Currett will have to see if he'll get the points provisional. Aaron Wrench and Nathan Barth, your 3rd and final car to make it in virtue of racing here in the last chance qualifier number 1. Everybody else will have to see what they will do, as that was our last chance qualifier. So those 3 cars, we'll check with scoring and see if more will qualify in. We'll see if everybody makes the show. While they get ready to go out and do their final touches here, we will be right back. Please stay tuned. You are watching the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series from the Myrtle Beach Speedway.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the Myrtle Beach Speedway as practice just getting ready to wrap up. Let's take a look here once again at the points coming into tonight's main event. Matthew Burgoyne 7 points over Tyler Jalbert. Jalbert not in the field here tonight, so that will definitely play a little wrinkle in that. Garrett Lamb second, Garrett Landry and Corey Bubar. Your top 5 here as the field starts to get loaded up here on the front stretch. We'll pass along everybody making the show. 24 car deep starting grid, and this is how it looks. Up on the front of this one, the number 12 of Devin Landry is your pole sitter here tonight on Phil's towing night. Starting on the outside of the front row, the number 38, that is Garrett Lamb. Matthew Burgoyne in car number 3. He'll start in spot number 3. To his outside, the number 88. That is Chris Ryan. Starting 5th is the 112 of Corey Bubar. Jason Ricker in car number 9 will start 6th. Trevor Graffam in car number 84 will start 7th. Outside of him, the number 23. That is Chris Fortier. Ashton Burgess and John Miller make up row number 5. And row number 6 will be Brian Treadwell and Jacob Heathcote. Shane Lake, the big dog himself, in the car number 09. He will start in spot number 13. 14th will go to the 41 of Mario Irocolini. Cody Childs in car number 94, and to his outside, the number 31, that is Scott Tapley. Aaron Wrench and Nathan Barth will make up row number 9. Row number 10 goes to number 5 of Dominic Curett and the number 80 of Kevin Hartley. The 21st starter will be the number 86. That is Chris York out of Turner, Maine. And his outside, the number 68. That is Dan DeSanto. And shotgun on the field, the 944. That is Nicholas Wilson. He will start 23rd here tonight. 23 starters ready to do battle for you out there. Hopefully you're strapped in, ready to go as the field roars down the front back stretch for the final time. Pace car down into the safe haven of pit road. The fans are on their feet here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway for the Phil's Towing 150. Green flag is up. And we are on. Oh, one car up into the outside wall. This is 6 of Miller. Miller able to get going. Treadwell involved as well. Yellow flag coming out here as they enter turn number 1. The 48 of Treadwell. Some heavy left front damage on that number 48. Let's see what will happen. Luckily, the Phil's tow trucks have to stay on the infield after that incident. So let's see what happened to Brian Treadwell. Treadwell down on the inside. Oh, got the Turtles down low. And that sent him up into the 6th of Miller. Miller, the innocent bystander here. Let's take another look here at this one as they go down to the turn number 1. See, it just hopped the left front there. Those Turtles will do some damage. Treadwell up in the outside wall again. So tough break for the number 48 of Treadwell and the number 6 of Miller as we come back live. Let's go on board. Looking back at Miller, some heavy front end damage on that number 6 here. Phil's Towing is locally owned and operated towing company offering all aspects of light-duty towing and 24-hour roadside assistance. From just an ordinary tow, flat tire, boost, or even a full recovery at a fair rate. Look them up at Phil's Towing and give them a call, 848-2284. Phil's Towing, the official tow trucks for the Maine Sim Racing Series here. As the field paces down here. Devin Landry in car number 12 up on the front of this one. Matthew Burgoyne already up one spot, was able to get underneath the 38 of Garrett Lamb. Lamb in the Night Owl Creations, Libby's Septic, Shamrock Farms entry. Wyndham, Maine's proud of the number 38. Lights go out on the Ford Mustang pace car. It'll be a single file restart here as 0 laps were completed. Field works down the back stretch. 5 laps already completed. Yellow flags. Laps do count. One driver not making the call. That's the 944, Nicholas Wilson. So he's down on pit road. They come off turn number 4. Green flag in the right hand of Barney the flagman. And we are back underway. Down here, the turn number 1. It'll be the 12 of Landry. He's got the 3 of Burgoyne. Burgoyne, your current points leader, had a slim margin over Tyler Jalbert. Jalbert unable to make the call here tonight. Make the tow. Lamb runs in your 3rd spot. 4th spot is Corey Bubar. Then it's the 88 of Chris Ryan. That's your top 5. 1 spot of a top 5 run is the number 9 of Ricker. Trevor Graffam in the car number 84. He'll work in front of the 34 of Burgess. Burgess takes the peek down to the inside. This is a bid for your 7th position. Contact around the 84. And one car, Chris 40 are going to go around, and the 42 a wrench. Yellow flag coming out. Shane Lake involved in that 09. As well. Let's take a look here. I believe they all started some contact with the 34. Or the possibly. Let's take a look here. Truck says they got it. See the 34 of Burgess down to the inside of Graffam. They make some contact. Graffam starts going around, and the 09 of Lake just trying to woe up, trying to do some wreck avoidance there. Nothing that anybody did wrong. Let's go on board with the big dog, Shane Lake. See the contact. Everybody starts to check up, and there's no room to go. They all sit there on the backstretch. The 42 of Wrench involved as well. Let's take a look and see what happened to Aaron Wrench. Wrench working the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, this is the 32 car making some contact with him. Some drivers down on pit road here underneath this yellow flag. John Miller down on pit road trying to bang out some of the fenders on that automobile. Brian Treadwell down as well. Everybody able to pull away as the Phil's towing crew cleans up turn number 2. You see where your favorite driver is running. Landry out on the front of this one. Burgoyne, Lamb, Bubar, Ryan, your top 5. Ricker, 6. Burgess runs 7th, 8th spot. Graffam. Cody Childs at the 9th, and Eric Collini rounding out your top 10. Your hard charger so far of the night is a tie between this man, the 37 of Nathan Barth, and the number 5 of Dominic Curett. Both up 7 positions from their starting spots here tonight. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in here to the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series on Phil's Towing Night from the Myrtle Beach Speedway. If you're new to the Turn 3 Racing Network, please hit that subscribe button. That'll get you notified every time that the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series will go green flag racing on Wednesday nights. We also have action 7 nights a week here. Your one-stop shop for everything sim racing. That's the Turn 3 Racing Network. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as well. Let these drivers know you appreciate their efforts here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Green flag is up, slow pace by Landry. The green flag back out now. They all fan out down here in the turn number 1. Burgess there in the 30 or the 40, 34. And it's Trevor Graffel. Runs no change up front. We're going still hounding the back bumper of Devin Landry. Kind of in ride mode right now. A long ways to go. Over 125 laps left to go in this 150 lap affair. Everybody pretty much knows the talent. Let's take a look a little bit deeper in the field here as we got a good battle. The number 80 at Kevin Hartley working the outside of the 86 York. They'll go 3 wide off the corner. More contact between Hartley and York. All this in front of the 6 of Miller. Miller, remember, came down pit road to fix some of that damage. He's got Brian Treadwell to his outside. Both those drivers are racing for the lucky dog. York up the racetrack again. It allows Miller to get underneath Treadwell. Here comes Shane Lake in the 09. Good battles there as Devin Landry still showing away, but he is starting to feel the pressure from Burgoyne as they head into turn number 1. Lamb runs second or third spot. Then it is Corey Bubar in car number 12. And Chris Ryan still holding on to that 5th position. A little bit good battle here is Scott Tapley working underneath Cody Childs. Childs falling outside of the top 10, falling back to 12th now. Nathan Barth runs 9th. Dominic Keurig 9th or 10th. And then it is Scott Tapley in car number 31. Up front, Landry starting to feel some more pressure. Is this one going to close in on 23 laps completed? Right now, if you are John Miller, you want a quick yellow flag to get that easy pass to get back onto the lead lap. Top 4 cars underneath the blanket. Chris Ryan runs there in your 5th spot. Ricker right behind him in 6th. Scott Tapley working underneath as Dominic Curate way up the racetrack. Comes down, almost slams the door on Scott Tapley. Somehow they make it through that one as Tapley trying to make his way inside the top 10. One car up into the wall here on the front stretch. I believe that was the number 80 of Kevin Hartley. Able to keep it under power as he works down the back stretch, but he was slow. Everybody do some evasive moves on the front stretch. Chris Fortier working underneath the number 80 as they come off the corner, and Hartley as well. Good battle shaping up here for your 6th, 7th spot. Nathan Barth and that Visit Myrtle Beach sponsor 37 works underneath. 84 on Graffel. Nathan Barth runs in your 9th spot. Scott Tapley runs 11th. Aaron Wrench. We saw him go through the spin cycle. Some damage to the front of that car. Gotta wonder if it's hurting his battles. Now Nathan Barth has worked underneath the 84 Graffel. That'll bring Curate there, but yellow flag coming out. Brian Treadwell taking the tow, the Phil's tow truck, picking up the Ford. Let's see what happened there, Brian Treadwell. Treadwell working underneath the Santo off the corner. Oh, got loose and just hooked the Santo, hooking the 48, and around he will go to bring out our 3rd yellow of the evening. Devin Landry is your race leader right now. The pace car goes there. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back here to the Myrtle Beach Speedway. You're watching the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series here from the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Tonight is Phil's Towing Night here, and if you are in need, you can look up Phil's Towing. Phil's Towing is locally owned and operated towing company offering all aspects of light duty towing and 24-hour roadside assistance. From just an ordinary tow, flat tire, boost, or even a full recovery at a fair rate. That's all you need to know. Phil's Towing, 848-2284. So we come back here, the light's still on the pace car. We want to welcome everybody back out here. It's been an exciting start to this one. 32 laps, working lap 32 right now. They work through. Devin Landry has led since the green flag has come out. Matthew Burgoyne runs in your number 2 spot. Third spot is Garrett Lamb. And Bubar is 4th. Chris Ryan is in 5th. His lights go out. Looks like single final start once again. So up on the front of this one, it is number 12 of Devin Landry out of Augusta, Maine. 16-year-old chauffeur behind the wheel of that number 12. Getting ready to go green flag. This time off of turn number 4. Pace car is in pit road where it belongs. Green flag is up and we are back underway. Down in the turn number 1 they go. Landry showing the way. We're going to run second. Then it is Garrett Lamb. Chris Fortier going side by side is Eric Colaney down to the inside of him. Here comes the big dog, Shane Lake, as he'll work the outside of the speedway. And that mom and pop's number 09. Chris Fortier up in the tie in the top 10 as he'll do battle with the number 5 of Derek Currett. Scott Tapley in there. Currett dives it in on the outside of the speedway. Lights coming on around the Myrtle Beach Speedway, so nighttime is the right time. So you'll see whose cars were maybe just set up for nighttime racing. Aaron Wrench working the outside, trying to do the crossover on the 31 of Tapley. Tapley let him by. Chris Fortier now going to come into the picture. And that number 23. 23 cars scheduled to make the start the field. 22 gridded. Hearing some engine issues on the 944. Nicholas Wilson has let him to put it on the trailer early. As now your race lead starting to shape up. Matthew Burgoyne runs there in your number 2 spot. We go on board with our race leader. Nice and smooth, keeping the car straight. Got to do that in these long races. Battle shaping up for your 5th spot as they work down the backstretch. It is Chris Ryan. Holds on to it. He has Jason Ricker all over him like a cheap suit. Ricker looking to the inside. Couldn't quite do anything with him that time off turn number 4. Aaron Wrench has gotten by the 31 at Tapley. Now he's trying to get to the backside of the Precision JLM number 84 of Graffam. Graffam holding on to that 10th spot right now. As Currett continues to march forward. Dominic Currett works around the 34 of Burgess. Now looks to go after the 37 of Nathan Barth, who runs 7th. Big movers is Nathan Barth and Dominic Currett up 11 spots from their respective starting positions here tonight. is now Ricker will get underneath Chris Ryan. Ryan up the racetrack. A little bit of left front damage on that PBR prototype number 88. Ricker inside the top 5. He'll look to chase down Corey Bubar. That's the next one that runs into your 4th spot. Lap traffic in front of our race leaders. That's the 86 of Chris York. York working the high side of the speedway. Some suspension damage possibly on the 86. He is down 5 circuits to your race leader. Landry works it off for turn number 2. Burgoyne runs there, second. Lamb is in 3rd. But a good battle shaping up back here is Ashton Burgess there. They work underneath the 86 of York. Now it's a 3-car battle. A little bumper tag off turn number 2. Burgess, your 9th place car is the number 34. Raffle runs in your 10th spot. Aaron Wrench making a nice rebound. Started in the 9th position to run tonight, but he was nosed into the outside retaining concrete wall off turn number 2 early on in this one. Chris Fortier starting to close in on the backside of Wrench. Fortier up to your 12th spot. Mario Ericolini moving forward as well in at number 41. Landry's got the 68 of DeSanto in front of him as they work down here in the turn 3. DeSanto up the racetrack. It allows the number 12 of Landry to work underneath them. Burgoyne going to get by him as well. Top 2 cars breaking away from Lamb. Oh, that time Landry a little bit sideways. Burgoyne backs off. Kevin Hartley down on pit road in car number 80. Not the night that driver was looking to have here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Top 2 nose to tail. Dominic Curett now catching the backside of the 88. Orion Curett has got a fast race car. Nathan Barth has gotten by Ryan, disposes of him, looking to chase down the number 9 of Ricker. Ricker getting underneath DeSanto now. DeSanto in the nice looking number 68 up the racetrack. As Ricker will get by. Next car back here is the 37 of Barth. Landry still showing out front. We saw him get a little bit loose there, trying to stay in front now. Burgoyne really starting to put the pressure on Landry, getting loose. Bid for your race lead. Burgoyne uses the outside of the speedway. Landry broke loose. Landry will fall back to your number just about. Matthew Burgoyne up on the front of this one. Lamb runs in your 3rd spot. He'll look to chase down Landry. Landry's car handling, starting to go away from that Ford. Getting a little bit loose up off the corner. Now he'll go to school, trying to chase back down Matthew Burgoyne. Jason Ricker runs in your 5th spot. Nathan Barth. Chris Ryan now under attack from the 5 of Curett. Garrett trying to work down on the bottom of the racetrack. Ryan up about a half a lane on entry into turn number 1. Can't make anything stick that time. Down the backstretch they will run. Trevor Graffam going to split 1 car around. Contact down in turn number 3 and Graffam back around. Yellow flag number 4 flying. Here on lap number 57, Graffam has gone around after some contact. There was some contact before there. This yellow flag comes out. Let's take a look and see what happened. Mario Irocolini involved in car number 41 as well. Aston Burgess. Truck says they got it. Let's take a peek. Chris Forty and Graffam were running side by side in front of them. Oh, something happened in front of those two. Then Burgess gets in the corner and just Graffam gets involved. Let's take a peek back here a little bit more as it was Burgess. Oh, and the 42 a wrench gone around. Then contact between Burgess and hard contact to the right front of Burgess. Let's take one more look at it. See the contact up off the corner. That sent wrench down to the inside. And just up into the outside wall they went. We got some takers down here on pit road. It looks like the number 32 of Heathcote coming down pit road. Aaron Wrench is on pit road as well. Drivers do get one set of tires, but this is a perfect opportunity if your car started to go away handling wise to make some adjustments. Maybe save those tires for a little bit later on in the event. We are closing in on the halfway point. Matthew Burgoyne still holds on to the race lead. He got by Aaron Wrench. Or not by Aaron, Devin Landry. So guys, coming down pit road here, hopefully you're enjoying tonight's race. These guys are putting it all out there for you. Landry, the 16-year-old chauffeur out of Augusta, Maine, with the Seacoast Security Fortitude Fitness Shed City Pro Concrete, sponsored number 12. They'll start to the outside, double file restart now. Garrett Lamb runs third. Corey Bubar runs fourth. The hard charger of the race is the number 37 of Nathan Barth. Jason Ricker will restart fifth. Field coming off of turn number 4. Green flag is up, and we are back underway. Great restart down in the turn number 1. They'll go. Contact between Landry and Burgoyne. Burgoyne working the bottom of the racetrack. Landry trying to keep him pinched down. Garrett Lamb trying to make something happen. He's got Corey Bubar to his outside as they come off turn number 4. It'll be the 3 of Burgoyne holding on to your race lead. Landry, valiant effort on the outside of the racetrack. Couldn't make anything happen. Here comes Garrett Lamb. He'll try to come into the picture. Nathan Barth settles into your 6th spot. Back here, Chris Ryan in car number 88 runs in 7th. Dominic Curett is your 8th place car. Curett starting in the 19th spot up to 8th. I believe he is not done yet. Chris Fortier runs there in your 9th spot. He is in that 23. Scott Tapley up 6 spots as he'll work underneath the 41 Irocolini. Irocolini was involved in that last yellow flag. Aaron Wrench starting to work back through the field. He was involved in that last incident as well. The Exalta's Chevrolet working underneath the 94 of Cody Childs. Wrench only did a pass through on pit road, so he did not stop in his pit stall. So he still's got the 4 Mr. Field down on pit road. Wonder if any of our top runners will come in at the next chance that they get. Landry still runs junior number 2 spot. Third is Bubar. He's gotten around the 38 of Garrett Lamb. Let's take a look back and see that pass. They were side by side off of turn number 4. Lamb scrapes the outside retaining wall and will give up the spot into turn number 1. Bubar is able to get the gas down pretty good off the corner. And that is how the pass for third happened. Back live now as we watch Corey Bubar looking to chase down the number 12 of Landry. Garrett Lamb shuffled back to the 4th spot. Jason Ricker still holding on to 5th. Nathan Barnes trying to move forward here as we go on board with the Phil's towing on board cam. With the Visit Myrtle Beach sponsor number 37. Glad to see the local sponsor on the hood and the side of this race car here tonight. Still working down the backstretch. John Miller back on the lead lap. He'll work underneath the 09 of Lake. Shane Lake in that 09. Oh, some contact there. The 94 Cody Childs. They all have to check up. Everybody fighting for that real estate. Miller gets back on it. Then Graffam here as well. Graffam is down 1 lap as this time by off of turn number 4 for your race leader. It'll be the cross flags. 75 are in, 75 laps remain. Here for the Phil's towing 150. Meanwhile, these guys back here fighting it out. This is for the lucky dog. Cody Childs holds on to that right now. Oh, more contact. Shane Lake up the racetrack. Miller will get by. Here comes the 84 Graffam as well. Treadwell in front of that battle. 3 wide off of turn number 4. Ashton Burgess is the Shane Lake will hit the outside retaining wall. Heavy right side damage to the big dog. Shane Lake, he'll get the car pointed back in the right direction. Lake runs 16th on the lead lap at the current juncture of this race. Now Cody Childs, he's trying to move forward. He'll work underneath the 32 of Heathcote. Battle there. Cody Childs up, got hit some door contact there. Will move past the 32 at Heathcote. Move forward. Graffam is working underneath the number 6 of Miller. Graffam down 1 lap. He is in the current spot for the lucky dog. And if the yellow flag were to come out, up front though, it is Burgess still going, showing the way. Landry 2 seconds back now. He's fallen into the grass of the number 12 of Corey Bubar. It'll be interesting to see if we get another yellow flag out here tonight, if they'll come down. Now Lamb will go to the inside. Bubar up the racetrack. Lamb to the inside. He'll hug the bottom down the backstretch. Sparks off the right side of Bubar. Great battle here for your third spot. Bubar will hold on to it as they come into turn number 1. Great battle on the racetrack. Aaron Wrench making his way back inside the top 10. Let me go back and check where he is. He's gotten around the 31 of Scott Tapley and looking to chase down to 5 of Curate. Aaron Wrench doing a nice job here. Came down, rolled down pit road. He's making a march here to the front. Hill getting strung out around the Speedway as Matthew Burgoyne works lap traffic. He's put Shane Lake down 1 lap to Santo. Gonna go down another lap to our race leader. Next one will be the number 32 of Jacob Heathcote. Heathcote up the racetrack. It allows Burgoyne down here, down to that stretch. Trying to stay on the lead lap, but it'll be Heathcote going down. That'll be 14 cars on your lead lap here. Next one will be Cody Childs. Miller got by him and now is chasing down Eric Laney, who's about a quarter of a track in front of him. Eric Laney is working to the back side of the 31, Scott Tapley. Dubar trying to close in on Devin Landry. Can't quite do it just quite yet. This battle has allowed Jason Ricker to close in on it. So a 3-car battle for your second spot. Nathan Barth just behind there. He'll work underneath Shane Lake as well. As they come through turns 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Barth, your hard charge of the race so far, up 12 spots as he rides in 6th. Chris Ryan runs 7th. Chris Fortier in his back pocket is your 8th place car. Aaron Wrench gets around Curate is for 9th. Curate back to your 10th spot. To the 42 of Aaron Wrench working his way towards the front of this one. 8.5 seconds behind our race leader, who is Matthew Burgoyne. 10th spot is the number 5 of Dominic Curate. Mario Iracolini runs in 11th. Scott Tapley is 12th. 13th spot belongs to the number 6 of John Miller, who has just gone down a lap to our race leader. So Matthew Burgoyne on a tear right now. Has lapped all the way up into the 12th spot. Aston Burgess is the number 434 car in front of him. He's doing battle with the 84 of Graffam. Graffam down laps as well, as Burgoyne will go to the high side of both of these drivers. 3 seconds up over our second place driver of Devin Landry. Landry will have to get through lap traffic as well. He's got Bubar looking to find a way by him. Devin Landry looking out the front as he works straight to Cody Childs. You see Bubar right there to the back bumper. Oh, contact to your 3rd place car. Bubar makes contact with the 94 of Cody Childs on corner exit. Able to keep the car pointed in the right direction. Wonder if it will hurt the handling of that number 12. Bubar going to fill out the number 12 now as they work here off of turn number 4. Garrett Lamb's out ahead to check up. That allows Ricker to close back in on that battle. Aaron Rich starting to close in now on the 23 of Chris Fortier. This will be the battle for your 8th spot. Not able to get off the corner that as good as Chris Fortier that time. Fortier in battle with the number 88 of Chris Ryan, and they are closing in on the 37 of Nathan Barth. Just past the 2/3 marks of this Phil's Towing 150. Matthew Burgoyne up on the front of this one, took over the race lead around lap 40, has not looked back after Devin Landry got sideways. Now a pass for second. Landry down pit road. Devin Landry coming down pit road. Nathan Barth as well. Dominic Currett. So these drivers may have to be forced to come down pit road, which is going to be an end to what they were hoping to be a good night, as pit road speed is very slow. Gotta wonder if they did not have enough fuel in the cell. As Burgoyne works down the backstretch, will he have to pit? Corey Bubar in heavy lap traffic. He's working underneath the 48 at Treadwell and the 84 at Graffham. Here comes Garrett Lamb in that number 38. Lamb may have just been riding, saving some of that tire, making sure he was going to be able to make it. Tough break for some of our front runners. Nathan Barth just coming off pit road now. And just like that, they will lose 2 to 3 laps here after having to pit underneath the green flag. We're going working underneath the number 80. That is Kevin Hartley out there. I believe it's the first time we've seen the 80 in action this season. I could be wrong. Most likely am. Sorry out there to any Kevin Hartley fans. We're going up on the front of this one, 5 seconds over Bubar, who is trying to hold off the 38 of Garrett Lamb. And they got some more lap traffic that they're going to have to fight through. Their next car up is the 34 of Ashton Burgess. Three cars down on pit lane include the 37 of Nathan Barth, Dominic Garrett, and Shane Lake, all on pit road right now. Good battle there in front of them is now the 80 Hartley. He'll bow out to the inside as he sees the second and third place battle coming out. They'll work underneath Ashton Burgess. Garrett Lamb runs in here second. DeSanto really slow. That causes people to check up. Trevor Graffham to coming down pit road. Matthew Burgoyne out on the front of this one is Corey Bubar. Has some breathing room now as they work through lap traffic. So now some open track for these two, along with Jason Ricker. Ricker's gotten by. Devin Landry back out onto the racetrack. He's on fresher tires. See, Ricker just lets him on by. 35 laps to go here and for Matthew Burgoyne. He works there. Garrett Lamb working the bottom of the racetrack. He sees the fast approaching number 12 of Devin Landry behind them. Burgoyne still out in front of this one, 6.5 seconds in front of this battle for your second spot of Garrett Lamb and the 12 of Corey Bubar. Jason Ricker runs there in your number 4 spot. 5th spot belongs to Chris Ryan. Then it is the 23 of Chris Fortier. Aaron Wrench runs in your 7th spot. Eric Colini runs 8th, 1 lap to your down your lap race leaders. Tapley and Miller, your top 10. One driver still down on pit road is Shane Lake after a heavy contact of not his doing. Down on pit road, getting that car fixed up. Back here, the battle shaping up as Landry going to go to the outside of Bubar. Landry back into your 13th position. He'll get around the outside of the 12 of Bubar. That allows Garrett Lamb to close back in for this battle for your second spot. See Lamb about 4/10 of a second behind Bubar. There's a race around the Speedway. Everybody stretched out, going to come in and wonder who else is going to have to pit. Does Burgoyne have enough fuel in the tank to make it the rest of the way here tonight? We've seen some of our other front runners have to come down pit road. 7.5 second lead for Burgoyne, so if he needs to go into fuel conservation mode, he can. And he's got heavy lap traffic in front of him. He's got the 11th place driver, Cody Childs. He's doing battle with the number 6 of Miller. That's the battle for inside the top 10. No need to take and press the buttons right now. Kind of just bide your time. 25 laps to go. Corey Bubar still out in front of Garrett Lamb, though, as that's a great battle as Garrett Lamb now has caught the back side of that 12. Bubar showing the way here for your number 2 spot. Garrett Lamb trying to find a way around him as we go in car with Garrett Lamb. Able to keep the car a little bit lower, but the momentum from Bubar. Now, as I said, he'll go to the high side through turns 3 and 4, down to the bottom, trying to get a slingshot run here on the front stretch. This one quickly coming to the close. The pay window starting to get greased up. 22 laps to go. Eric Colini is going to relinquish the 8th spot. He'll have to come down pit road underneath this green flag stretch. Oh, contact. Lake going to get turned sideways in front of the battle for second. And yellow flag going to come out. This will change everything. is the 09 of Shane Lake gets pointed back into the right direction. That happened right in front of our battle for second place. So there goes the 7.5 second lead your race leader had built up. Lake able to pull back away. Let's see what happened to Shane Lake. See Lake working the outside. He'll get around to 32 of Heathcote. Heathcote just up the racetrack, maybe some slight contact. And that's all it took to send the 09 up and around. Let's see if we can get another angle of this. I believe the 32 of Heathcote just trying to get a good angle into the corner. You see how much the marbles are building up around the racetrack during that long green flag run. Lake able to get the car pointed back in the right direction, and Chris Ryan trying to get around him. There's nowhere to go up in the outside wall. So we come back live, and our race leader staying out onto the... He did come down pit road, so maybe a splash and go. 22 seconds on pit road for your race leader. But that has put the 31 of Scott Tapley out on the front of this one. Chris Fortier not coming down pit road as well. Runs there in your second spot. Everybody else coming down pit road. Chris Ryan, right side being jacked up. Maybe the crew working around to the left side here. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight to the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series. It's been a great race so far on Phil's towing night as we work our fifth caution of the evening. It's been a great race. We want to thank everybody for tuning on in. Matthew Burgoyne going to come up to your number 2 spot now. As we look high above the racing surface, we want to thank everybody from Phil's Towing for tonight's sponsorship of the Maine Sim Racing League. Definitely want to thank everybody out there. Packed grandstands at the virtual Myrtle Beach Speedway. Phil getting lined up behind the base car. Chris Fortier out there. Hasn't been down pit road at all. Burgoyne going to come out in your number 2 spot. There's a pace car. Pulls into the pit road. Green flag getting ready to come back out. Green flag back out. We're going to the outside down here to turn number 1. 15 laps to go. Is Bubar going to go underneath your new race leader? Burgoyne trapped behind the 23. Contact between Ricker and Chris Ryan. Ryan is sideways. Somehow he'll keep it pointed in the right direction, but the yellow flag will fly. And that'll save the number 3 of Matthew Burgoyne, who got shuffled to the outside on that restart and was behind Chris Fortier. Let's see, Dan DeSanto here on the replay. Let's see what happened to the number 68. On the restart, you see him working with the 34 of Aston Burgess. 2 turns, 1 and 2. Just got loose up in the outside wall. Comes back down across the racetrack. Nosed it in. And once he started to pull back out on the racetrack, iRacing officials had nothing but to have to call the yellow flag. Here to put us underneath our yellow flag, number 6 of the evening, Corey Bubar, your new race leader though. So I want to thank everybody here for tuning in once again. We want to thank everybody for watching the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series. You need some AC or some heating work, look them up. Mainely Ductless Heating and Air, the official heating and air supplier of the Maine Sim Racing Series. And we got to thank tonight's sponsor, Phil's Towing. Family operated light towing from flat tires to this casual towing. They got you covered in your need. The official tow trucks of the Maine Sim Racing Series. So, feel going to get 10 laps to go this time by as the lights go out onto the end of this one. Chris Fortier will restart on the outside. We're going to the inside. Chris Ryan, who went for the slide for life, he'll restart in your 4th spot. 5th spot will go to the number 9 of Jason Ricker, and Garrett Lamb has shuffled back to your 6th spot. Aaron Rich, Scott Tapley, Devin Landry, and Cody Childs rounds out your top 10 as the green flag getting ready to come back out. Who's it going to be here tonight? 10 lap shootout to decide it all. Green flag back out. Umar steps on the gas pedal. The 23 of 40 are shakes the rear tires. He'll go up the racetrack. We're going up to your number 2 spot. Matthew Burgoyne has led the most laps of this race. Is now the 23 of 40 shuffles back. Contact between Chris Ryan and Aaron Wrench. He'll do his best dirt track impersonation. Ryan will save it. Oh, contact off the corner. Chris Ryan hard in the outside wall. Everybody keeps it clean and green. As they shuffle it back up. Now more trouble in the back. Yellow flag coming out. So now Corey Bubart's going to have to do it all over again. It looks like Trevor Graffam involved in this one. Let's take a look. They were all stacked up, jammed up, and jelly tight in the turn number 1. Chris Ryan up on the outside. Oh, Chris York down on the inside. Got in there. Oh, Brian Treadwell, Scott Tapley involved as well. And the 94 of Cody Childs able to get by. As we come back live, we'll see who is the lucky dog recipient. That might be the number 12 of Devin Landry, who's your first car 1 lap down. So that'll put 9 cars on the lead lap. If the 12 of Landry is the lucky dog, and you see him going to the high side of the racetrack, so he is back on the lead lap. We do have an attempt at a green-white checkered if needed. This will not end underneath the yellow flag. It's been one heck of a race out there. I want to thank everybody once again for tuning into the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you're new to the Turn 3 Racing Network, please hit that subscribe button. You'll get notification when the Mainly Ductless Heating and Air Sim Series goes live on Wednesday nights, and they got back-to-back weeks coming at you. After tonight, we will head up to the North Wilkesboro Speedway as they head back north before they end up the season. They'll go to North Wilkesboro next Wednesday night for the Bruce Coulter Carpentry 125. Then after that, we will head to the Stafford Motor Speedway for the TGP Enterprises 150 before a week off. Just past the halfway point of the season here, and it all points to the season finale on March 6th, the Bruce Coulter Carpentry 250 at the Oxford Plains Speedway. It's a Saturday night special event show right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. This time, we'll see if the lights go out on the racing pace car. Get that off the racetrack. Nobody wants to see that out there, and it does. Green, white, checkered coming at you. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Corey Bubar, can he hold off the 3 of Matthew Burgoyne? Is Jason Ricker going to come into this and steal it away from both of them? Chris Fortier on those old tires. He'll hold on to your 4th spot. Aaron Wrench up to your 5th spot underneath Garrett Lamb. Will he make it into the victory circle? We are about to find out off of turn number 4. Green flag is up and we are underway. Bubar with a good start, but Burgoyne equally good on the outside. Down here to turn number 1, they will come. Down off of turn number 2. Still side by side for your race lead. Number 12 of Bubar holds on. Now Burgoyne back to the back bumper. Can he get by a final trip around the Speedway? Burgoyne has led most of the laps. The most laps led here tonight. Well, he'll get that bonus. But Burgoyne trying to pedal as fast as he can. Bubar into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4 they come. Checkered flag is out. Corey Bubar is going to pick up the win. Burgoyne will finish 2nd. Jason Ricker 3rd. Chris Fortier will come home in 4th. And Garrett Lamb rounding out your top 5. But Corey Bubar picking up the win, holding off the number 3 of Burgoyne for the Phillips Towing 150 win here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. As they pull down here onto the front stretch, we will be... What an amazing finish there. We thought Burgoyne was going to have something for him. Congratulations, Corey Bubar here on the front stretch as we get ready to go to our post-race show. We'll be right back here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You are watching the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Sim Racing Series.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the Myrtle Beach Speedway on Phil's Towing Night, as we have just wrapped up the Phil's Towing 150, and we are trying to get in touch with our top 3 drivers, and we'll see if we can catch up with our third place driver at the moment. Jason Ricker, you have your copy.
Yes, sir, I do.
Jason, what an exciting race there. Up for 3 spots from your starting spot, but there was a lot more to tell about your race here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a tire management kind of race there where we were trying to pace our tires a little bit. I thought there would be a lot more cautions. Glad we put enough fuel in the car early. I started out with 22 gallons. Making sure we had enough fuel to go all 150 laps was important there, but really trying to use your tires and be smart, save your car until that last caution at the end.
Yeah, when that last yellow came out, you were in the 5th spot. Were you thinking you could get up there and mix it up there, or were you ready to, were you happy where you were running? Obviously, you want to get up to the front and contend for these wins. First time talking to you here on the podium. Congratulations on that, by the way.
I'll be honest, I just wanted a solid top 5. Anything above that was good. I was really shooting for a 0X, and I apologize to Chris Ryan. I got into him there, and luckily he got his spot back, got a 4X. I haven't had very good luck in these league races. Some of my own doing, just inexperience. I'm fairly new to the sim, and other competitors, just bad luck, getting caught up in messes. And my goal tonight was just to kind of finish.
Well, you did that, and you did it in a very nice fashion here. Coming home in the 3rd spot. Next week, we will usually we have a week off. Now we're going to run some back-to-back weeks here. And we head to North Wilkesboro Speedway for a race down there next Wednesday night. How's that looking for you and your race team?
It's looking good. I like North Wilkesboro a lot. The next couple races are, I feel, are better tracks for me. Myrtle Beach, I struggle at real bad, so I was kind of surprised to get a top 3 and have my best finish here. Really thank Max Cookson and actually Matt Burgoyne and Ryan Kuhn helped me a lot with setup stuff and ideas and learning the track and stuff.
Yeah, it's a fun racetrack, but very technical racetrack, and those drivers that you just mentioned are very fast and good to have on your side when you need to learn. Mentioning all that, you got some sponsors I'm pretty sure you have to thank here for your 3rd place finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Trent Goodrow Designs does all my design work and stuff on the cars and stuff. Like I said, Max Cookson Racing, Ryan Kuhn Motorsports, all them guys help me out a lot. We exchange favors. I do fairly well with the big cars and the real track, so I help them with their stuff. And they help me with their stuff.
Well, congratulations once again, Jason, on your 3rd place finish here, and we'll see you next week down at the North Wilkesboro Speedway.
Appreciate it. Thanks for all you guys do, and Sean putting the series on. It sure is a lot of fun.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is your 3rd place finisher here tonight. Jason Ricker. And now we will catch up with our second place driver here. Led the most laps, going to get the bonus points for that. Came in as your points leader, will leave Myrtle Beach as your points leader. And that is none other than the number 3 of Matthew Burgoyne. And Matt, you led the most laps. I had that 7.5 second lead out there. Took some time to get the lead, but once you did, you really took off here tonight.
Yeah, that race did not play out into my hands at all. We definitely had a fast car. Definitely had a good long run car. Had a decent short run car there, but you know, with old tires starting underneath us, and he just completely overdrove turn 1, and Corey was able to take the lead and check out there. And yeah, I can't imagine how the race could have played out any worse. We had a really fast car and just couldn't bring it home. So we got, what's this, my 5th second place finish?
Something like that. I feel like
getting old. It's getting old to lead the most laps and have a car like that, and to still come home for the 5th in a row second place finish. It's it kind of hurts, but I mean, Corey ran a great race there. He was there when he needed to be, and he didn't make a mistake there at the end like I was hoping for.
We saw everybody come down pit road when we got that late yellow flag before not the last yellow flag, but the one before that. Were you close to on fuel, or did you need to come in for tires at that point, or do you think if you stayed out you could have held them off?
The tires were worth too much. I was good on fuel. I did take some, but tires were just worth. They were worth like 0.3 of a second there. So I needed to come get tires. And I mean, obviously you could see Chris. He felt like a rock on the older tires there, and caused a couple little issues there. But I mean, it was definitely the right strategy call. Just didn't work out for me.
Well, you come home second, as you said, getting old, but a good points night overall. Tyler Jalbert not in the field here tonight, so you're going to extend that points lead, lose a few points possibly to the race winner, Corey. But overall, past the halfway point, looking forward at the rest of the schedule. 4 more weeks after this. Next week we head to North Wilkesboro. How is that for you in your race team?
Yeah, all the tracks left on the schedule we're really good with. Me and Max should do decent at them. I'm actually surprised. I'm kind of curious why Max didn't race tonight. Was expecting him to be in there too. But yeah, looking forward to it and see what we can do.
The last bit off of turn number 2 on that restart, did you just get a little bit snug there to not be able to stay alongside Corey?
The biggest issue I was having is I wasn't anticipating the fuel burn off, so it made the front end lower, and I was bottoming out more than I did like when we first went green. Wasn't really anticipating that, so it did make the nose push a little bit.
Well, tough luck coming home second, but I think overall a very good night for you, and who makes it all possible?
You gotta thank Phil Towing for sponsoring the race. My wife for letting me put so much time on the simulator, Sean for everything he does, you for putting on the broadcast, and congratulations to Corey on the win.
There you have it. Tonight's points leader coming in. He'll leave as the points leader and runner-up once again, but not by any doubt of fact. He will get in the victory lane once again here this season. That is Matthew Burgoyne. And now we will move to the front stretch here as we come back to live pictures. And it is to the race winner. That is Corey Bubar. And Corey, what a race for you here up on the front stretch. And in the right spot at the right time. But talk about that race. We saw you battling it out all race long with Garrett Lamb and Chris Fortier, Jason Ricker up through in there. It was a pretty intense race out there.
Yeah, that was a pretty intense race. The whole race was like, I was kind of on the edge of my seat the whole time. It was a really good race with Garrett. He made a mistake one time. I just got in there to fill the hole, and I made a mistake later on in the race. He just squeezed under me, and I had enough momentum coming off to clear myself back past him again. And then after that, I just tried not to overdrive, because that was my whole issue. I kept overdriving the corner. Really, the whole race just was lucky for me to end up in victory lane. That's all. A lot of things had to go right. So
you see that yellow flag come out. Chris Fortier's on your outside on old tires. And then the yellow flag comes out again. And then you have the points leader, Matthew Burgoyne, starting to your outside for the last green-white checkered attempt here tonight. How worried were you? Did you know holding the inside line you might have a chance to hold him off, or are you a little worried about that?
Yeah, I was just really trying to stay on the bottom, hoping he couldn't pull a crossover move on me. And when he didn't get there coming off 4, I kind of knew that I just had to make one more good clean lap, and that was it. I made it to the finish line first.
Well, congratulations on your first win of the season here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Now looking forward, you're going to ride this momentum into North Wilkesboro next week. How's that track for you and your race team?
Yeah, we did one race here last year, and I did pretty decent in it. So I don't know how it's going to go again this year. I think I'll be all right. I'm kind of glad we're moving on to fixed setups from here on out. I was really worried about the open setup aspect of tonight, but I'm really looking forward to South Boston and Oxford too. I really like Oxford on here, so I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, with that happening, going to the fixed sets, a lot of people out there might be wondering what's the difference. Now these sets are, you can custom tailor to your driving your driving technique. There's a lot that goes into that. Now the next 4 weeks, including Oxford fixed setup, everybody's on the same, so it really comes down to drivers.
Yeah, it's just guys who have less time to play iRacing are a little bit more on a level field with a fixed setup. I mean, still the guys who are good are still going to be good pretty much either way, but I think it's a little bit of a more fair shake at it with a fixed setup than an open setup.
Well, before we let you go, we'll roll out the red carpet and let you thank everybody that makes it possible to get your first win here in the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series.
Yeah, my biggest thank obviously has to go to my wife for letting me come out here and play 1 or 2 nights a week, and my daughter Kinsley, and I gotta thank everyone who helps me on my real race car too. It's all kind of one big thing. All my sponsors, Coastal Road Repair, Strictly Roofing, T&L Racing, Berry Race Cars, CNC Blocks Machine, J.A. Simpson, just everyone who helps out. I do have to give a shout out to Max Cookson. I did use his setup and kind of tweaked it so I could drive it a little bit better for me. Yeah, I guess that's it. I gotta thank my friend Aaron Wrench, who he's my teammate, so he's helped me. We help a little bit with each other on setups and stuff. So yeah, it's just nice to finally get a good race out of this for once.
Well, congratulations once again on the win, and we'll see you in 1 week's time at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. You have to have a good one and safe travels to North Wilkesboro.
All right, thank you.
That is tonight's feature event winner, the number 112 of Corey Bubar out of Windham, Maine. Congratulations to him on picking up the win. Let's take a quick look at the results now. Here as we come back here on the front stretch. And tonight's race results being brought to us by Phil's Towing, as that's the Heat 1 results. We all know what happened there. Let's take a look at the feature results. Corey Bubar picking up his first win of the 2020-21 season. Matthew Burgoyne will finish second. Jason Ricker third. Chris Fortier with his best finish of the season will come home fourth. Garrett Lamb rounding out your top 5. Chris Ryan and Scott Tapley, Devin Landry, Aaron Wrench, and Cody Childs, your top 10. John Miller, Mario Irocolani, Jacob Heathcote, Ashton Burgess, Dan DeSanto, Nathan Barth, and Trevor Graffam. Chris York rounding out your top 18 here tonight. Then rounding out the field, Shane Lake, the big dog himself, from the 09, will finish 20th. Dominic Curett, tough luck for him running inside the top 10. Had some mechanical issues, will elevate him to a 21st position. Kevin Hartley and Nicholas Wilson will round out the 23 car field here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. After tonight's racing action, the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air point standings looks like this. Matthew Burgoyne really jumping out over Garrett Lamb. We'll have to see if there was a provisional in store for the Tyler Jalbert, who falls 2 positions after missing tonight's racing action. We're going to add some bonus points to that point sale, as these are all unofficial here tonight as we leave Myrtle Beach. That is what your current point standings look like unofficially. And that will do it here from the Myrtle Beach Speedway. It's been a great night of racing. We want to thank everybody for tuning on in here tonight as we brought to you the Mainely Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series, and tonight's racing action was brought to us by Phil's Towing. Phil's Towing is a locally owned and operated towing company offering all aspects of light-duty towing and 24-hour roadside assistance. From just an ordinary tow, flat tire, boost, or even a full recovery at a fair rate. If you are in need of a tow or some help, Phil's Towing is your number one stop. They are the tow truck supplier of the Maine Sim Racing Series. You give them a call at 207-299-3170 or 207-848-2284. Well, that'll do it for all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network. I am the boss man, Al Smith. We thank you for tuning on in, and we will see you next week at the North Wilkesboro Speedway.